Welcome guys to this tutorial series where we are doing this animated human with the simulated clothes. In this tutorial we're gonna create a human in DAZ Studio and then we're gonna export it to Blender. So once in DAZ Studio we have the files to the left, we have the toolbar in the top here, we have the big 3D viewport in the center, and to the right we have the editing functionality. So go to Files and then Figures, People, and you can choose whichever human you want here. I will go for the first male inside the real world, this guy, Fabrice for Genesis 9. Now we have the human ready here, and you can change a lot of parameters on the looks of this human. So if you click somewhere and then you get all the parameters you can change, for example the head, you can change the size and you can change the looks of it, for example to imitate more the Amala head and less of the Fabrice head. And you see that it became a completely different human. But we're not going to customize the human in this tutorial. The only thing we can do is to add some hair. So we go into the hair tab here. I will click short. You can choose which hair you want, but I will go for this one. G9 base D-Force pixie hair. Click this one. So now the human is ready to export to Blender. So if you click File, Send to, and DAZ to Blender, it opens the bridge so we can export the character. However, if we press this one now, we get this error message that tells us to select the character before we can send it. Okay, we close this window and click the top node in the outliner. Now we try again, File, Send to, DAZ to Blender. And then we get the bridge function here. So click Advanced Settings, and then we have to choose a path to the folder where we have the Blender add-ons. And some of the Blender versions are present in here. Currently I'm using Blender 4.2, which is not present in this list. So I will have to choose this custom add-on path, and then I click Install Plugin. And then I manually have to select the folder, 4.2, Scripts, Add-ons, Select Folder. Okay, I will choose to also export the normal maps. They can be useful to create some more realism. And then I will click Accept. And now we can switch over to Blender. Let's open up a new Blender project and make a clean scene. So we delete whatever is there. Then we go to Edit, Preferences, and in the Add-ons tab here, we search for DAZ. Then we have this add-on, DAZ to Blender, that came with our installation. So we click this one, and now we can exit this window. And when we press N, in this tab bar to the right here, you will find DAZ to Blender. And from here we can import the character that we just exported from DAZ Studio. So click this button and OK. Let's have a look at what we actually got when we imported the human here. We got a collection called DAZ Root, and under there we have DAZ Hide, DAZ Pub, and DAZ Fig 0. And let's turn on the DAZ Hide. You see that it has a lot of objects that we don't need. So we right click and delete hierarchy. DAZ Pub only contains the sun, and we don't have any other light sources in the scene, so temporarily we can keep this sun. And then we have DAZ Fig, and there we have the rig, and underneath the rig we have the human objects. So we don't need a rig since we're gonna use Mixamo for rigging and animation. So what we can do is to click the first object here, hold Shift, and we press the last object, and then we select all of them. Then we press Alt P, and we press Clear and Keep Transformation. And this means that we are clearing the rig as a parent to these objects. So now we can actually delete the rig, and we only have the objects left. Let's turn on the render view. And what we miss right now is the hair. So the hair we will have to import separately. And to do that, we go back to DAZ Studio again, and then we check in the outliner here. So we have the hair and we have the rest of the human. If we hold Control and we click on the eye here, we hide the human, but only the hair is left. So now we can export only the hair. We press File, Export, and we will choose OBJ, and we can name it hair. And then we set the unit here to Blender, and then Accept. So we tab back to Blender. We press File, Import, Wavefront OBJ, and we choose our hair. What we got was a hair cap and a hair object. And we can actually parent the hair object to the hair cap. So press the hair and then Shift, press the hair cap. Control P to parent, object keep transform. What we can see is that the placement and the rotation and the scale of this hair is not correct. And in this case it's double the size. So we will have to press S and then 0.5 to scale it down and rotate around x-axis. So Rx and then 90. And we will do minus. So now it's correctly placed. However, it's also rotated back and forth. So we will do RZ 180. And now the hair has ended up on the head of the human.
The hair we imported from DAZ Studio doesn't look particularly good yet. In the next video, I'm gonna show you how you can make this hair look like actual hair. I will also show you an alternative way where we use a Blender add-on to add a hairstyle in a matter of a few button clicks. Like, subscribe and share this tutorial with your friends. See you in the next video.